But I'm gonna tell you what this is, bruh.
Is it have to do with bodily functions?
It's in a weird way.
Why
Yeah.
was there a pause? No way.
Yo, what's going on? I'm Jericho. This is Zap, and we are the 6-time international award-winning pop hip-hop duo Bandit Future. We have a clean, fun sound that's good for anyone to listen to, with a sound that's uniquely Californian. And you are now tuned into the Life Circus podcast. We talk about stuff that's funny, that's interesting, or just straight up ridiculous. So before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with people that I don't even know how to say this.
That's a good start.
With people that are very curious, I guess. I don't know even how to say this. Okay.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Well, right away, I got a question for you, bro. I got a question for you. I'm gonna show you a picture, and I'm gonna ask you a question, and it's very straightforward, I believe. Oh boy.
I'm not ready.
Okay. Would you drink this?
Just straight up,
with no information, just straight off of appearance. Would you drink this?
How much do I get?
You get a lot of money. You get $1 million. And the thing is, you've got to accept it without knowing what it is, because I'm going to tell you what it is. And you're not gonna like it. So for $1 million, a straight up $1 million, and that is, I don't know, that looks like a healthy amount.
It looks sizable.
That's a sizable amount. You're going to be gulping for a minute, bruh.
I'm just wondering. Okay, I'm wondering about the bottom part, because it looks.
Yeah, so that's kind of the magic. Anyways, you gotta make a decision now, man. Is this something you're gonna do for $1 million? For $1 million on it? Put $1 million on it? Are you doing it?
Oh. No, I'm too scared, man. What's the word? The way you introduced it
sure
make me feel comfortable.
I understand.
And I don't like the two parts, that it's two things.
Yeah.
The bottom part looks too like thick, like it's a milkshake. I feel like the top part, like I just close my eyes and just take the biggest gulps I can possibly, and then just not think about whatever it is. But that bottom part, no, I can't. It's too girthy.
All right, so let me know in the comments if you drink this without knowing. I would say that's like a quarter gallon of it, something like that, maybe a little more. But yeah, let us know in the comments if you drink that without knowing what it is. Now I'm about to tell you what it is. Now, what I think is that you are a smart man, because I am going to take this picture off because I don't want to see it anymore. But I'm going to tell you what this is, bruh.
Is it have to do with bodily functions?
It's in a weird way.
Why was there a pause? No way. Why did you have to think about that?
Well, because I was like, how am I going to say this? You're not going to see this coming. I have so many questions about this, and I looked it up. I'm just going to read the information. Okay, so it is Ttongsul, which is a Korean wine. Okay,
that's not a bad start.
Yeah, I know. It gets worse.
I'm sure
it gets way worse. Okay, I'm just going to read it. I'm going to read you the whole thing. You just have to just accept that this is reality, okay? This is the world we live in. This isn't something I'm making up, okay? Ttongsul is a traditional Korean medicine with a 9% alcohol content. Okay, I know you're not a drinker.
Yeah, I'm not a drinker, but 9% is high, right?
It's higher than most beers, yeah. Not like a hard alcohol. No, hard alcohol is like 35, 40.
Oh,
But
okay.
9%, you drink enough, it will be
it's more than a beer.
Yeah, more than, I mean, there's strong beers that have this, but that's not the problem.
I'm just trying to prolong the
Yeah. No, it's
whatever
okay.
gross thing is about to happen right now.
You don't. I have so many. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay. Ttongsul is a traditional Korean medicine with a 9% alcohol content. The poo of a human child between 4 and 7 years old is refrigerated for 3 to 4 days, mixed with water, divided into smaller pieces, and fermented overnight. The vat with the poo starts to smell incredibly strong of feces, even worse than the first day of fermentation. The poo water mixture, which is the stuff that's at the bottom that you said you wouldn't want, is poured through a sieve and is mixed with 70% boiled non-glutinous rice, 30% glutinous rice, and yeast. The non-glutinous rice contains a lot of protein, important for the fermentation process. The glutinous rice is therefore supposedly anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties, as well as to improve. Oh, the glutinous rice was there to improve the taste, obviously. The fermentation process activates the good bacteria and kills the bad bacteria. There's more details, bro. Anyways, so it's apparently supposed to...
It's baby poo.
Well, here's the thing. That's one version. Supposed to cure pain, broken bones, bruises, inflammation, and epilepsy.
Just... Oh, and also epilepsy.
The taste is a bit sour and similar to rice wine. Fun fact, poo wine, which is not the official name, that's what they call it, has a faint poo smell and can leave a poo smell on your breath. The smell and I watched a video of this lady trying it, and she confirmed this, which I will never do. The smell and the visual appearance of this alcoholic drink are worse than the actual taste.
That sounds like chitlins.
I mean, and then because there is a tea that the Indians would make, like Native Americans, Native Americans would make using like buffalo chips, and you just take dried buffalo poop and then grind it up, put it in tea. That's a thing. My first question is, this is fun too. There's a different production method for making poo wine, and you just take soju. It's this Korean rice wine. You put into a pit. Why? You put it into a pit of chicken, dog, and other animal feces, or human feces if you want, and leave it for months to ferment. Medicinal herbs and cat bones are also added to improve health. So here's the thing. All right. I think that's gross. I'm not going to, yuck your yum or whatever, but I think that's disgusting. But my question is always like this. When it comes to humans, because we're capable of a lot, what drove the first person to try this? That's always my what made someone just go what would be great? The first person to just, I keep flushing my stuff down the toilet. I bet I could put this to use, or maybe back in the day they didn't have toilets, but yeah, that's just, I don't know what else. It's just so weird that that's a real thing. And it's like there's factories in Korea that do this. So now that you know that, for $1 million, would you take it down?
Oddly enough, my hesitation would be the same, whether I heard the description or not. Just on the way it looked.
Sure. They have vats of it, and it's.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, in the video, there's a Vice video on YouTube, but I could not watch the whole thing. I tried. I could not watch the whole thing. I thought, all right, this is about as gross as it gets. But yeah, this one guy is so proud of it. It's like crazy. He's like, this is what I do.
So, but you have to collect baby poo.
Apparently, that's like the traditional version.
Oh, so how do they make it without the baby poo?
Just any animals,
Just any
apparently.
poo. Oh
Any
my
poo
god.
combined with soju and then
Man,
rice and whatever.
I feel
Because I
like
guess
anything I say right now is going to be super racist because of all the foods around the world, the Asian foods are the ones that I touch the least. And this is why. Because they do stuff like this. And I'm like, I don't think, well, I mean, I haven't tried every country's delicacies, but
delicacies are sometimes,
man,
yeah. But here's the thing. I think that more speaks to the human desire to get messed up no matter what. Like, we're going to get drunk. We're getting drunk. What do we have? Well, I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to come back in a couple of days and we're going to get drunk. Like, that might have been it, you know? Because I mean, really, if you ferment anything, it'll get you messed up, you know? So I'd much prefer the fermented berry grain thing. In fact, the fact that they add rice to it, or the fact that they add soju to it, which is already alcoholic, means that the step after that isn't necessary at all, and they're still doing it. Like, you know, like, I hope there's no, when I go to places and they're like, hey, you should try the local blah blah blah. I'm like,
yeah.
I need
When I went to that thing for remember that surprise birthday party you had?
Yeah.
And then it was I forget what kind of place it was, Asian place. But
Yeah.
I ordered this soup, and I was just like, don't tell me. Just don't tell me what's in it. Let me just let me just pretend like this is chicken noodle.
Yeah.
And it was some kind of like afterwards, like I read it was some kind of fish something, fish urine. I don't know, man.
Squid, it could, yeah. They use a lot of ink, squid ink, anything goes. Basically, you can make food out of anything, but should you though? So I thought that was gross.
Yeah.
To you,
I'll stick to Korean barbecue and water, please.
just go any Korean restaurant and be like, do you guys have song? How do you say it? Ttongsul. And if they're like, yeah, we got the good stuff in the back. Like, all right, it's time to leave.
They'll be like, hey, are you a cop? Because we can't do this here. Okay, if you're not a cop, then come back to the back room.
Right.
Do what?
No, I'm not. No, I don't want to say anything more about this.
Another nasty episode of the Life's a Circus podcast. Again, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I'm gonna give you the option to share this one because I don't know how I feel about this one.
It's information,
but
it's gross. Very gross.
Apparently, that's a big industry in Korea. So. No one's coming to take their jobs. No one's coming to take their jobs.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs.